Hello, so I will be analyzing the chorus of Calle 13's song Latino America. For background, it was written in 2010, and Calle 13 is a Puerto Rican duo known for delivering political commentary through a blend of hip-hop and Latin American styles of music. So first I'll present a portion of the chorus, and then I'll break it down for you. Tú no puedes comprar el tiempo, tú no puedes comprar el sol. Tú no puedes comprar la lluvia, tú no puedes comprar el color. Tú no puedes comprar las nubes, tú no puedes comprar los colores. Tú no puedes comprar mi alegría, tú no puedes comprar mis dolores. Alrighty. So in the original version, the verses are rapped by a man and the chorus is sung by a woman. This is important because it comments on the feminine aspects of nature, land, patria, and the title of the song itself, Latino America. Often, feminine ideas are perceived as submissive, which makes the decisive rebellion of these lyrics much stronger. Moving on, for the purpose of this analysis, I interpreted the two as the United States. The United States has a lot of influence on Latin America, especially Mexico and Puerto Rico, which is where the musicians are from. However, I understand that the two can be interpreted as any oppressive or colonizing force in Latin America. Most of the items that the chorus says the two cannot buy are things of nature: viento, sol, nubes, lluvia, etc. This is commentary on the parasitic relationship the U.S. has and has had with Mexico in taking its natural resources. One example of many of its violations is the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Although meant to protect Mexican land, it rarely did so, overturning land to U.S. ownership to be used for railroads and farming or housing. However, the last two items are more personal: alegría, happiness, and dolores, pains. This is commentary on how the U.S. also uses Mexican lives as disposable resources. This was especially prevalent during World War II with the Bracero program and with Mexican migration into the U.S. in general. U.S. agribusinessmen employed legal and illegal immigrants to help work their land, and although Mexican immigrants were earning more than they would have at home, which I guess is the alegría, they still were earning low wages and living in inadequate conditions, which is the dolores. Once they'd served their purpose, Mexican immigrants were expected to leave the United States. The most important part of this song to me is the repeated line, tú no puedes. It becomes a mantra, expected, normalized. I think this has important implications for the message of the whole song, that the expected narrative should no longer be of the oppressor, the United States, and the oppressed, Mexico, but rather one where Mexicans have agency in their own lives, and that agency in itself is unremarkable. It's expected. Referring to the U.S. by using tú also breaks down the power imbalance even more. That Mexico is U.S.'s equal, and that the infractions of the U.S. are personal to Mexico. In relation to natural resources, looking back to Mexico's indigenous roots and aspects of shared farmland are helpful. That it's really impossible to buy our own land because land belongs to nobody and everybody. In other words, it is impossible for things like land and natural resources to become commodities. In relation to the personal, and saying both alegría and dolores, the chorus comments on total self-control. It reaches for the ideal of a Mexico completely removed from U.S. capitalism and politics, and that one day Mexico could be a self-supporting entity, affected only by itself, with a population equally as self-sufficient. I think the last line of the song exemplifies the message best. No puedes comprar mi vida. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Thank you for listening.